Okay, this demo is on how to create the roofs and the doors and the windows. So we left off kind of with this big hip roof. On mine, I have a shed roof off to the side. So we're going to do that as a 1 or 2/12 slope. So I'm going to come out about a foot. I'm going to measure out about a foot for my overhang, and I'm going to measure over 12 feet. 12 feet this way, and 2 feet up. So it'd be a 2/12 slope. 1, 2. And then you're basically going to play connect the dots. You're going to come over here, and you're going to play connect the dots. And we have ourselves kind of a roof that's kind of sloping at a 2/12 slope. Go ahead and put your fascia board in about 10 inches. You can just eyeball that. Just a little less than a foot there. Try to make them parallel. And you have yourself a fascia board. You're not going to need the 10-foot line anymore, like so. And you can get rid of some of this excess right here that you're not going to need anymore. You do want to leave the 8-foot line in. And that is a shed roof. I'm also not going to need this 10-foot line right here because I've got my big mast right here. Now let's do the gable over on this side. So on mine, I have something looking kind of like this. So I want a little 4/12 slope right there on that little roof right there. So again, you're going to come out a foot. You're going to come out a foot, and you're going to go over 12 feet, over 12 feet, and up 4 feet. So that's a 4/12 slope, over 12, up 4, and you're going to connect the dots. Like so. You can go farther if you want. You're going to crisscross them anyway. And then do the same thing going the other way. You're going to go over 12 and up 4. So I'm going to come over 12, and up 4. And you're going to connect the dots. And you see I've got kind of a gable roof looking starting there. Let's go ahead and trim that out. And then same thing you did on the shed. You're just going to go ahead and put a fascia board in there, just a little, kind of like that. Just give it a little thickness right there. It should be 10 inches in reality, but we're going to just eyeball that and get it kind of close. And you should have a 1-foot overhang on your roof, kind of like that. Now you will get rid of that in-between part there. This is not a hip roof, so that area is gone. That 10-foot line is gone there. And you got something that looks kind of like that. Keep the 8-foot line in. We're going to use that for the windows and the doors. Now let's talk about the tower. But before we do the tower, I think I want to do the front door first. My front door is kind of sitting in there a little bit to the left, right there. And so I'm going to put the door in first. I'm just going to eyeball where I want the door. I want the door maybe, say right around there somewhere. Go ahead and make your door 4 feet in width. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you do that perfectly, it should be twice as tall as it is wide. And you can see my door kind of like right there. Now on the tower, I would go 3 feet wider than the door. So go to the edge of the door and just go 1, 2, 3. And make your tower. I think that's about right. If you go too wide, then you're going to lose your window space. If you go too skinny, then you're going to have this kind of skinny looking towery thing. And we're going to go ahead and put that up there. You're going to have to eyeball where you want to go. And this is completely up to you. Don't go too crazy. But, you could maybe, I'm just going to take a guess here. Let's just say I went right here. Let's just say. Let me make that overhang a little bit. And you're going to create your tower. It's going to be, in essence, a hip roof. And you're going to do the same thing you did before. You're going to go over 12 and up 4, over 12 and up 4. So I'm going to go over 12 and up 4. Connect the dots. Remember, you're doing it to the overhang. Same thing going the other way. There should be a line right here. I'm going to go over 12 and up 4 and connect the dots. And you get something that looks kind of like this. Now, with the tower, you're going to be erasing all of the wall, or sorry, all of the roof that it's hiding. So all that stuff behind is gone because the tower is blocking it. And you might have something that looks, kind of like that. I don't need any details in the tower yet. We're just kind of laying this thing out. Now, on my thing here, let's go into the garage doors. I have the 2 garage doors here. They're going to be 9 feet wide and 8 feet tall. So I want them in the middle. So what we're going to do is we're going to go 25 feet. Half of 25 feet would be, 12 and a half? I'm going to find 12 and a half right there. And then from that, I'm going to go a foot each way. I'm going to go 1 foot to the right and 1 foot to the left. That's where I'm going to start my doors. So this is going to be the right side of the left door, and this is going to be the left side of the right door. Okay? And now we're going to make the doors 9 feet wide. 9 and 9. So they're going to be a little bit longer than they are tall. Just a little bit. Kind of like that. Okay, I'm going to leave this just like that. That looks pretty good there. So now I've got like this, dining room window, and I got this great room window, and I've got a little window over here off the great room as well. So you're just going to have to wing these a little bit. Just kind of create where you think you want the windows to be. Go down pretty far. I'm just going to kind of eyeball where I want them. Don't get them too close together. You don't want to smudge these things. Once you see the character, you'll understand. I'm just going to wing these and kind of, I think they're going to be about right there, let's just say. Kind of like that. And you can see from my sketch, that's kind of going the right direction. And I got a couple of little windows above it. So I'm going to line those up because that's what I'm doing on mine. Everybody's got a different one, so I don't know what you're doing on yours. So, and I'm just going to get the tops and line them up. Now, these are probably little ones up here, just allowing a little light to come in. Maybe something like that. Now, you have to decide whether there's enough room. Like in this case, you'd have to decide whether there's enough room over here, whether a small window in here would be what you want. That'd be up to you. I'm going to go ahead and put a little one in here. Just a little skinny window here. Allow a little light to come into that great room from the other side of the tower. I'm going to line them up. And we're kind of cruising along here. I'm going to go ahead and erase that and erase that. We got the window laid out. What I have on this side is I have the bedroom and the bathroom. So I'm not sure how that's going to go exactly, but I'm going to go ahead and lay it out kind of like my sketch. I'm going to go ahead and find a center. Kind of just eyeballing it. So there's my middle window right there. And then on my particular one, I've got a little window off to the side, and I've got another little window off to the side. I should probably be measuring this a little bit better, but this is going to be my design, so I'm laying it out. Whatever you want it to look like. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a block out with where all the windows are going to go, where all the doors are going to go. Now I do have one more thing here. I do have this loggia, this breezeway, and I'm just going to eyeball that because I have no idea where that thing is. So I'm just going to put a fascia board in because it's probably a shed roof. And I'm just going to say it's maybe here somewhere. I have no idea how far that's going in, so it might look something like that. Now you can go in and start erasing that 8-foot line. And just kind of get rid of all that extra 8-foot line there. This is looking really kind of sloppy, but that's okay. It's just a block out. We'll eventually make these all pretty and stuff like that, but so that is where I would like you. I'd like you to have the thing blocked out. I want the 10-foot, 8-foot, relationship there. So all the windows are kind of lined up. The door is lined up on that 8-foot line. See how the windows are lined up. And then we're going to do some stuff with this, all right? So this is where I'm going to finish the Tuscan blockout.